One city, 19 courses, fabulous golf, great wineries, perfect weather. This week, Score Golf TV's in the heart of the Okanagan. We're in Kelowna.
This is Score Golf, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is powered by Volkswagen, from one good drive to another. Now, here's your host, Bob Weeks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Score Golf TV. Well, this week we're in Kelowna, British Columbia, a city that has absolutely exploded with golf. In fact, just a few years ago, Score Golf magazine ranked this as the #1 golf city in Canada. And today on Score Golf TV, we're going to show you exactly why that is. Of course, we'll have all our regular features, some instruction help for your game, a little technology report, and of course, a visit to look around some of these beautiful golf courses here in Kelowna. But to start things off, let's chat with some PGA Tour pros.
Prospective, meeting today's PGA Tour stars.
This week, we sat down with some of golf's biggest stars, and with the U.S. Open and Masters now in the books, we look ahead to the second half of the season and some of the big events still on the calendar. We started with Justin Rose and asked him how important it is for him to play in this year's Ryder Cup.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Ryder Cup certainly has been on the radar, is on the radar. Once you play one Ryder Cup, you never want to miss another one. And 2010, I won a couple tournaments, didn't get on the team. So that sort of definitely lit a fire under me this year to make sure that I didn't put myself in a position where I was having to rely on a captain's pick again. And I think I'm pretty much there, to be honest. Obviously, I'd love to play well the rest of the summer, but I've earned a lot of points. I'm going to be hard to sort of not be on the team from this point going forward. So I'm excited.
With the British Open just a couple of weeks away, Score Golf wanted to know what was more important to Rose, winning the Ryder Cup or winning a major championship.
I'd have to say winning a major would mean more. I mean, that's what I've dreamed about as a kid. I mean, I've holed the putt to win a major a million times on the putting green, and I've certainly dreamt about playing in the Ryder Cup, and I have played in the Ryder Cup, but I think the celebration of winning a Ryder Cup would be more fun than celebrating winning a major, because you do it with a team, it's a team environment, but as a personal quest, for me, winning the major is what it's all about.
Dustin Johnson missed a number of weeks with a back injury before returning to win in Memphis. Even with the win, he's sitting just outside the top 8 in the U.S. Ryder Cup team standings, and of course the top 8 automatically earns spots to play at Medina Country Club in late September.
I don't know exactly where I stand. I know I'm not in great shape. Just not playing the last couple months has definitely hurt a little bit, but I'm still right there. I just got to play. If I play well the next few months, I'll be on the team. If not, hopefully Captain Love will pick me.
And with the London Olympics right around the corner, starting just a week after the British Open, we asked Keegan Bradley and Adam Scott how golf and the Rio de Janeiro Olympics will change the way people all over the world view the game.
I think the Olympics being in golf being in the Olympics is going to be so great for the game. It's going to kind of broaden the viewers, I think. People that may have never watched golf before will watch it, but it'll also be great for golf in general because, winning a gold medal is about as high of an honor as you can in athletics.
Yeah, it's really tough to say. Obviously, it's going to broaden, the viewing of golf and hopefully the participants, and it's going to put golf into countries that maybe don't even have a golf course at this point. So, I think that's great for the game of golf global, and everyone's tried hard over the last however many years to make the game more accessible to everyone, everywhere around the world. So I think that fits right in along those lines.
After this break, we'll take you to Kelowna to check out a handful of the region's amazing golf courses and to play a hole with Calgary Flames' Blake Como. Well, the golf courses out here in Kelowna are certainly spectacular. We've been telling you that throughout our show. Now it's time to show you a couple. Here's a look at two beauties here in Kelowna.
Travel Getaways, looking at Canada's best golf destinations. Brought to you by Score Golf Tee Times. Go online, book your tee times with Score Golf today.
We start our journey in Kelowna with a stop at the Wayne Carleton Design Course Black Mountain Golf Club. It was created to be a fun course built to be played and enjoyed by all levels of golfers. The course appears to have a private club feel, and its surrounding scenery is some of the strongest in the valley. But trust me, Black Mountain has a relaxed atmosphere on and off the course and never takes the game too seriously.
Traditional golf's dead. We consider ourselves non-traditional. We consider ourselves fun, and we take that from loudmouth golf pants to music on the patio, music on the putting greens. We really want to show people how golf can be fun and not just snobbish and kind of elitist.
Part of the fun in golf is hitting great shots like a hole-in-one. At Black Mountain, making an ace is an almost daily occurrence. I saw 5 aces during my afternoon here on the course.
Well, 6 par 3s, you're going to have obviously a better percentage of chance of getting those elusive hole-in-ones, and we celebrate those big time here. And we've had roughly about 20 to 25 a year, and it's kind of one of those things that we want to certainly celebrate, and we do that with a bunch of things in terms of gifting we do when an individual receives that hole-in-one.
Despite having many jaw-dropping holes and an overall gorgeous layout, the 5th hole is a stunner and a reason in itself for golfers to visit Black Mountain. It's an island green that plays 372 yards from the back tees and requires an accurate second shot to avoid the water.
Our island green is the only island green in the Okanagan as a par 4. Generally, you see island greens as par 3s, and being an island green, seeing a lot of golf balls in the water, and really your shot selection is crucial on that hole to get the right yardage.
The back 9 is an exciting collection of holes, as Carlton did a great job using the natural character of the land in his design.
Our golf course is one of those fun, challenging golf courses. We're not a golf course that's going to really overwhelm you. We want to really be a golf course that fits 95% of the golfers, and so we think we're a fun, challenging golf course.
Black Mountain is a great example of the new age course design philosophy that allows players to enjoy themselves while still being challenged on every shot. As well, the beautiful scenery and stunning mountainous backdrop will make some of those bogeys that come with the round a lot easier to forget. Crafted by Nicholas Designs, the Bear course can be as ferocious as a grizzly or as gentle as a teddy, depending on which tees you choose. The routing climbs through the rolling tree-lined hills overlooking the Okanagan Valley.
The Bear Golf Course is a classic Nicholas design. It's wonderfully forgiving off the tee. It gets a little more narrow as you approach the greens. The greens are large, expansive, beautiful, sometimes very, very fast, but a great facility to come out and play a resort-style golf course. And if you want to tip it up, head to the back of the golf course, the back of the tees, and you've got a very, very challenging golf course. I know when Nicholas played here himself, he found it very challenging from the back tees.
The course is certainly challenging as its well-placed bunkers and tiered greens lend some bite to a layout that could play as long as 6,900 yards. But that shouldn't scare off golfers as it's playable for everyone, pro or beginner.
All things considered, I think a player that plays well on the Bear course is someone that hits it relatively straight. Doesn't necessarily need to be a person that hits it above average length. Keeping the ball in play is critical. Managing your game around the golf course is really, really important. And as in most cases, short game, chipping and putting is where you make your scores.
Its signature holes are visually stunning and are what make the Bear one of British Columbia's finest golf courses.
Number 3 is a beautiful and challenging par 4. It starts with that elevated tee shot. That second shot, you're hitting to a well-protected green, and if you get to the green, then you're probably, hopefully, going to have a makeable birdie, and if not, a good chance for a 2-putt par. Number 13, it's a great par 5. There's water, there are bunkers, there's lots of challenges in between you and the golf green, and once at the green, a 2-tiered green that can be very, very quick and fast, so you have to be very careful with the undulations.
The Bear is just another reason for golfers to visit Kelowna, but if you need more incentives to head to the Okanagan Valley, here are a few.
One of the most beautiful things about Kelowna, and our 2 golf courses here included, and the Bear in particular, is it's a place to play golf, to take in so much more. Wineries, the lake, the hotels, the nightlife, all combined, it makes for a great location for golf. And when you come out here and play the Bear course, you're playing a Nicholas design golf course that will truly inspire you to play better and play well.
We'll check out some more courses from Kelowna a little later in the show, but first, let's hit some golf balls with an NHLer who calls Kelowna home in the summer. Well, the only thing you can find in Kelowna more than golf courses is hockey players playing golf. Here's Blake Como with Calgary Flames, and Blake, you get out, first of all, you make Kelowna your summer home?
Yeah, I do. I ended up playing junior here, and it's just such a nice place in the summertime. It seemed like a lot of guys that I ended up playing junior with just started staying here, so definitely a nice place to call home in the summer.
And how often do you get out a chance to play golf?
Try to get out 2 or 3 times a week. There's so many nice courses to choose from, and a lot of the courses take really good care of us hockey guys, so it's nice to be able to get out and have some choices.
And any favorite courses you like to play?
I really enjoy Black Mountain. It's a really nice course in great condition, and also Tower Ranch, 2 of the more challenging ones, but in really good condition.
Okay, so of all the hockey players that you hang around with in the summer, who's got the best game? Besides you.
Besides me, I'd have to say Cody Franson. I play with him quite a bit, and he hits the ball a long way, and we actually played yesterday and I beat him for the first time, so I can throw that out there.
Right, all right. Well, let's see if you can handle me. It shouldn't be too tough. I'm no Cody Franson. We'll play this hole here and see what we can do.
All right, sounds good.
All right, knock her close, bud.
All right.
Ooh, that looks pretty good. Holy smokes, don't go in the hole. Oh, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough.
Get up there.
I might have to hold this to try and get a half here, Blake. Put it in there pretty tight. Come on down.
Shot.
Come on down. Ah. All right, just before you sink this, now, do you play in a lot of charity tournaments in the summer?
Yeah, I try to get out to a few. There's the junior team that I used to play with do an alumni tournament for charity, and there's a few other. Cody Franson and Shea Weber putting one on this summer. Luke Shen, I'm going out to his. So try to get out and do as many as you can and support the cause.
Oh, the door opened slightly.
Behind the hole.
Slightly. Stay up. No.
Didn't trust me. Didn't trust me.
Thanks a lot, Blake.
Yeah,
Good luck
thank
this
you
winter.
very much.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Take care.
When we come back, we'll hit up 2 more fantastic Kelowna golf courses.
A couple of weeks ago, I was out practicing, and noted Ontario golf professional Bobby Breen, who's been around for a long time, noticed one little thing I was doing wrong with my grip. He actually involved the pressure, grip pressure, with these 2 little fingers. Imagine that, something that small. Well, I tried it, and it really helped my game. So that's why we have tips like this next one you're going to see every week on Score Golf TV, because you never know when some little nugget is going to change your game.
Swing School, lessons to help you play better golf.
Hi, my name's Eric Thorsteinson. I'm the general manager here at Black Mountain Golf Club, and today we're going to talk about ball position and getting that correct ball position when you're practicing. So it's something that everyone has in their golf bag is golf clubs. We don't always have teaching aids with us, but everyone can build their own tee line. Tee line allows you to set up exactly where you should be in that setup position. So we got one that parallels your target line and one that works in between your legs to allow you to know exactly where that ball is. So I've got 3 clubs here. We've got our pitching wedge or sand wedge, and 6 iron or 7 iron or 8 iron, and our hybrid, or you can look at using it as driver. But we're going to talk about those 3 different positions, and the key is we want to have one swing for 14 clubs. We don't want to have 14 swings for 14 clubs and have 14 different ball positions. We want to have one ball position for this shot. So when we're looking at our ball position and we're looking at these 3 clubs, for our sand wedge or pitching wedge or shorter iron, we're going to have a narrower stance. Allows us to be more on top of the ball and the ball actually looking like it's more in the middle of our stance. When we move up to that 6 iron, all we're going to do is move that back leg back a little to widen our stance, and it looks like the ball's moved up in our stance. But again, the ball hasn't changed. The ball's gotten further away from our body, but actually hasn't changed at all. When we get into that hybrid or driver or longer club and less loft, we're going to move that right foot or your back foot even back further to have a wider stance. So those are really the difference between when you're looking at placing your ball position. Again, one swing for 14 different clubs, not 14 swings or 14 ball positions for 14 clubs. For more assistance with your game, contact your local PGA of Canada golf professional.
A few years ago, Score Golf voted Kelowna as Canada's #1 golf city. Let's show you why as we take a look at a couple of the courses.
Framed by forested mountains and rocky bluffs beneath clear blue northern skies, Gallagher's Canyon offers the quintessential Okanagan golf experience. Rugged yet refined.
Well, Gallagher's Canyon was built in the early 1980s. Dick Munn and Angus McKenzie had a vision of this property. It's come a long way in the 30 plus years that it's been here. I think what makes it special is its playability. So whether you're a touring professional or a new golfer, the golf course is fair. There's no tricky shots, and people just enjoy their time spent on this golf course.
The course can play long or short depending on the tees you elect to play, but the key to success out here is to play smart. Some holes may appear unassuming, but that certainly is not the case for Gallagher's signature hole, number 6.
Number 6, being our signature hole, you get just a great panoramic vista of the valley itself. So from a visual standpoint, it's a great hole. Playability-wise, again, just play it smart. There's a hazard in the middle of the fairway, what we call the eyebrow, so a little ledge out there. Smart layup. It's a good risk-reward hole. You can go for that green in 2, but to play Gallagher's Canyon, if you play smart, you're going to score well. Well, Gallagher's Canyon tests all of your shots. You know, there's dog legs right, there's dog legs to the left, a lot of trees. We don't have a lot of hazards, but with the surrounding community, you've got to be accurate. A lot of uneven lies. So, you know, one specific player won't, you know, dominate this golf course. It takes a little bit of all of your game to succeed out here.
Meanwhile, the 14th is an unusual one as it features a single pine tree that can create havoc for golfers hitting to the right side of the fairway.
Number 14 is my personal favorite hole. It's a great hole where you need to, driving is a premium. You've got a lone pine tree right in the middle of the fairway, so accuracy once again to maneuver around that tree is important.
The scenery at Gallagher's Canyon is marvelous as miles of orchards and vineyards accentuate the backdrop of brilliant fairways and dreamy vistas.
A lot of people that do visit Kelowna, this is on their list of must-play. We are guest-friendly, and it's just an enjoyable, fun atmosphere to be at.
Meanwhile, just north of Gallagher's Canyon is Kelowna Springs Golf Club. This pretty Les Ferber design is not known for its rolling hills or mountainous terrain. Instead, it's known for the many traps and hazards scattered throughout the course.
It's not going to intimidate you with length, it's going to intimidate you with a lot of water and tricky green sites. Basically a lot of sand, very well crafted angles in the green sites. Ferber's line was always to me that the golf course has a right to defend par, and here it does it not so much with elevation change or with great length, but just lots of well-placed hazards, water, 11 holes with water, and about 100 bunkers on the course.
Kelowna Springs is the kind of course that forces golfers into making good shots. Forget about pulling out your driver to hit bombs down every fairway, because this is a shot maker's course. You'll need to keep your ball in the fairway and play with a steady putter if you want to break par out here. There is probably no better example of this than the 14th.
It's not a super long hole. I'm personally not a long hitter, so if I avoid the pond on the left, I won't get to the one on the right. It's all about the second shot on that hole. If it's a blue pin tucked back, the one body of water has a large, encroachment on your angle coming in, and it's all about that shot. You know, if I'm not 160 or in, to be honest, I'm laying up 30 yards short right and going for par the hard way.
Meanwhile, the 17th plays 400 yards from the back tees and is a great hole with a handful of hazards that create havoc if your drive goes awry.
17 is just a monster of a golf hole. It's fairly forgiving off the tee, more so than 14. You've just got to contend with really one pond on your right. Again, all about the second shot. It, ironically for me as a left-handing golfer drawing the ball, it sets up better because I can tend to come in left to right and avoid the pond. For most golfers, if you're not, again, 160, 165 in, you're going to lay up. You'll see probably 70% of golfers here lay up on their second shot on that. But if you can make it onto the green and sink your putt, that is one birdie you're going to remember at Kelowna Springs.
4 great golf courses and 4 great reasons to spend some time here on a golf vacation. Golf in this region really proves that Kelowna is one of Canada's best golf destinations. When we return, we'll wrap up another episode of Score Golf, but not before we hit up the lighter side of golf.
Now, the lighter side of golf. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, now available in Canada.
All right, guys, we've been outside doing short game lessons all week, and our amateurs are really struggling with their high ball shots. Most of them don't even have a chance before they start because they got way too much bounce and way too much of a trailing edge on their wedge. So let's take our wedges, let's get back into the club lab. We got to get this bounce removed. Otherwise, the club is always going to be bouncing up into the equator of the ball, and we're going to end up sculling everything. Let's go see Mike, then we'll take the wedges outside for some test drives. All right, great. So we finished up a nice tight C grind here, and you can see how across the heel and the entire trailing edge of the club, we've got significantly less bounce. This means the leading edge is going to sit a lot lower than our stock wedge. That's going to make it a lot easier for me to hit the flop shot, get it up over the glass. So Mike's got the right grind on the wedge. I got Alex up there on the roof. Now, all I got to do is pull the shot off. Couple things to bear in mind when we're doing this. Number one, manage the traffic flow on the road behind you. Number two, keep your weight on the front leg, commit to the shot, strike down through the ball. Here we go. All right, let's review the keys to hitting these high ball shots successfully. First and foremost, make sure you have the right tool for the job. Consult with your local professional to make sure you've got the right bounce and grind on your wedge. From there, keep the weight on the lead leg, open that face wide up, and drive aggressively down through the golf ball. You'll be flopping it over the bunker in no time.
Week Speaks is brought to you by Bushnell, makers of the Pro 1M and Tour Z6 rangefinders.
Well, in addition to being jam-packed with great golf courses, Kelowna is also full to the brim with NHL players. Dozens of them make this their summer home, and you can't swing a cat around here on a golf course without hitting an NHL player teeing off somewhere. NHLers love to play golf. That's what I found over the years. I've had a chance to tee it up with quite a few of them. Wayne Gretzky is a single-digit handicap. Mario Lemieux is an absolutely beautiful golfer. In fact, he's a scratch player. And, of course, Dan Quinn played for many years on the Celebrity Tour and now works part-time as a caddy on the PGA Tour for Ernie Els. It just goes to show you the great relationship that golf and hockey has in this country. And, of course, the reason why Canada has so many left-handed golfers, it's because a lot of us learn our slap shots before we learn our tee shots when we're growing up. We have more left-handed golfers anywhere in the world, and I think it all attributes back to hockey. So whether it's hockey or golf, well, actually, whether it's hockey and golf, Canada is very passionate about both sports. Well, that's all the time we have for this week on Score Golf TV. Thanks to everybody out here in Kelowna. A wonderful place to come and play golf. Check it out before you book your next golf vacation. We'll see you next time right here on Score Golf TV.
Thanks for watching Score Golf on TSN, the voice of Canadian golf. Score Golf is powered by Volkswagen. From one good drive to another. Jack Link's Beef Jerky, Feed Your Wild Side, and Kelowna Tourism. 19 golf courses from easygoing to ego-shattering.
Clothing provided by Callaway Golf Canada.